in. Blake, drawn deep. Turns sideways on at the first attempt. Straightening Blake up. Drawn one of the outside, goes up. Grey Cossack drawn in pole position, moving into line. And Paddy O'Reilly with the blindfold on will move into the widest toll gate of all. They're in a straight line. Stud hits the lever. Racing, last of the afternoon. Grey Cossack, Dubai Gina began well, so too Punta Arenas. Between runners we got Putney Flyer, then comes Crown of Gold, Il San Pietro, being followed by 2 Strikes, who's racing further back. Behind that comes Blake, who's sitting towards the rear of the field, and Paddy O'Reilly is racing at the back end and sitting about 10 lengths off that leader as they go past the 2,400. Grey Cossack is the one in front. 2 Strikes has now gone past on the outside to go and take up the running. A length and a half behind that comes Il San Pietro, who's a half a length in front of a boy named Sue. Next we find Punta Arenas racing about 6 lengths off that leader. 2 further back we find Dubai Gina, then comes Putney Flyer. Blake in the pink check silks is sitting 10 lengths off that leader. 2 further back comes Crown of Gold, and a gap of 3 behind that we find Paddy O'Reilly, who's racing a good 16 lengths off that leader as they swing onto the back straight and head towards the 1700. In front, it's Grey Cossack that sets the pace. At his girth in second, we got 2 Strikes. Half back on the inside, a boy named Sue. Then we find Il San Pietro, the red cap of that one's girth. He's racing about 3 lengths off that leader. A length and a half next in running comes Punta Arenas on the inside of Dubai Gina. She's starting to creep closer, racing about 8 lengths off that leader. 3/4 back on the inside, we find Putney Flyer, who's a half in front of Blake with Crown of Gold. Sitting back 1 from last and a gap of 3 behind that, where Paddy O'Reilly is racing at the end of the line and sitting a good 14 lengths off that leader. 1,000 meters left to go. In front it is Grey Cossack at a relaxed gallop. In second we got 2 Strikes, and behind that a boy named Sue. Il San Pietro is starting to creep closer, just 2 lengths off that leader. 3/4 back on the inside, it's Punta Arenas, who's a half in front of Dubai Gina. Next we find Putney Fly, who's scraping paint, and he's 8 lengths off them. Then comes Blake in the pink check body, Crown of Gold, and racing at the back end of the field we got Paddy O'Reilly, who's going to whoop them in as they straighten up in the JMB Jet Stayers with 600 meters left to go. In front it is Grey Cossack trying to make each and every caller winning one. A boy named Sue is along the inside. Punta Arenas sneaks around that inside rail. Putney Flyer, Il San Pietro and Dubai Gina. Look left, she's starting her run up the outside. Blake is also starting to flash home as they enter the final 250. Punta Arenas, Il San Pietro, Dubai Gina and Blake makes it a line of 4. It's Punta Arenas, Il San Pietro, Dubai Gina over the top. Il San Pietro with his head in front. Dubai Gina's trying to breach the gap. It's Il San Pietro that wins it. Il San Pietro beats Dubai Gina. Crown of Gold and Blake. Putney Flyer, Punta Arenas, Paddy O'Reilly, a boy named Sue, Grey Cossack, and 2 Strikes. Punta Arenas, but in the middle it's Il San Pietro that comes to take it over now, and Dubai Gina is coming home up the outside of Il San Pietro, but he's got to the front with 200 meters left to go. Dubai Gina is left to do the chasing as Il San Pietro beats Dubai Gina. Then we had Crown of Gold, Blake between runners. Next towards the inside, Putney Flyer. Then came Punta Arenas. Here's Il San Pietro from the Mike de Kock yard, getting his head in front over Punta Arenas, and Dubai Gina is coming home up the outside, but it's Il San Pietro that's going to win the last of the afternoon. The JMB Jet Stayers. Il San